I would love to be able to convince my victimizers that they should not take pride in anything that their ancestors had done. They should start over, and they should not think as a group. They should be individualistic, and they should reject what their ancestors have done. They should not climb onto their ancestors' shoulders to do great things. They should not use that glory and that history and that heritage to do better things than they could have done as an individual. I would love to be able to convince our victimizers of that, and that is exactly what is happening to us. You have these anti-whites making arguments that disarm us and cripple us. Of course we should take pride in who we are as a people. Of course it makes us better than we are to know that we are from great lines, and that we can get onto those shoulders, and that we too can do great things. We are not individuals. This is absolute absurdity that the anti-whites have sold to whites over the past number of decades, and that white people, because of perhaps a little bit of a genetic inclination to individualism based on our survival in the frigid north of Europe, that we have adopted. No one is individually climbing beyond everyone else around them. Everyone is, first of all, you begin with your genetics. If you're a white person who is brilliant, you're not brilliant because you did that. You need to realize you're brilliant because that is the DNA that was handed down to you. You are merely a link, and almost unimportant link in a chain that stretches beyond sight into our past, and if we are successful, will stretch beyond sight into our future. But you begin with that, and then you go out and you use the language that others have created, you use the mathematics that others have created, you use the educational institutions that others have created. No one does anything as an individual. But isn't that a great way to disarm a people, to convince them to not unify, to not find that their, and conclude correctly that their well-being is based and determined on the well-being of their people. When their people are attacked as a group, they are attacked as an individual, that they can only be healthy and safe if their group is healthy and safe. If you can convince them that they can somehow escape the destiny of their people, you have defeated that people before you even raise the first weapon against them. So people like Jordan Peterson are an absolute poison. And I've likened him in the past to rat poison. I understand whether this is true or not, that almost the totality of rat poison, and by the way, he does look like a bit of a rat. I don't care that that's a trivial thing to discuss because of how much of an anti-white poison he is to our people. But I understand that rat poison is primarily composed of a substance that tastes wonderful to a rat and is harmless to a rat. It's just a tiny bit of poison inside those little pellets that the rat will consume. That is what kills the rat in the end. And that's what happens with a person like Jordan Peterson. He is far more dangerous for us than a rabid anti-white who spouts off anti-white ideology in front of a microphone at a university. He is far more dangerous because he comes into us with these notions that appeal to many whites, and he tells us, no, you are not great because you had a great ancestor. So you absolutely are great. Those ancestors are in your blood. They are in your biospirit, and they are waiting to come forth. No, you're right. If you reject them, they'll never come forth. The great Da Vinci's inside of you will never come forth. The great Max Planck's inside of you will never come forth if you reject those people. But if you embrace that identity, if you embrace that biospirit, you have the possibility and the potential to become those things, to be that great. That is the reality. The great generals, whatever you admire in our people, we have stories about soldiers on the battlefield in ancient times. You'd have one white soldier take on 15 non-whites, soldiers from a foreign land, and defeat them in combat. We have great healers. We have great thinkers like the world has never known. And all of that, all of those are in you. They are in your DNA. So absolutely, you are great. You are glorious, white man and white woman. You are beautiful things, and you have a glorious destiny if you will embrace it.